The U.S. Senate has just passed what Donald Trump is calling his One Big Beautiful Bill, and it's already being described as one of the most radical legislative overhauls in modern American history. In a dramatic late-night vote that came down to the wire, the bill passed 51-50, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the tie-breaking vote after 3 Republican senators, Susan Collins, Rand Paul, and Tom Tillis, defected and joined all Democrats in opposition. So, what's really inside this bill that is Trump celebrating and half of Washington in an uproar? At the heart of the legislation is a sweeping extension of Trump's 2017 tax cuts, now made permanent, along with bold new changes like eliminating all federal income tax on tips and overtime pay, something Trump aggressively pushed to win over working-class voters. The child tax credit is expanded, the controversial SALT deduction cap is lifted, and generous tax breaks for businesses are renewed. Supporters are calling it a middle-class booster shot. Critics say it's a gift-wrapped bonus for the ultra-wealthy. But that's only the beginning. The bill also slashes over $1 trillion from Medicaid, SNAP, and other safety net programs, what Trump's team calls draining the welfare swamp. Analysts warn this could lead to over 10 million Americans losing healthcare coverage, especially in low-income and rural areas. One of the most controversial provisions turning Medicaid into block grants was removed after it violated Senate rules, but the remaining cuts are still deep and wide-ranging. Trump doesn't stop at economics either. The bill includes billions for defense and border security, more funding for ICE, thousands of new Border Patrol agents, expanded drone surveillance, and, yes, fresh money for his long-promised border wall. It's a full return to America First on steroids, and in a surprising twist, the legislation imposes a 10-year federal freeze on any new state laws regulating artificial intelligence, signaling the federal government's growing grip over the future of AI development. It's part economic overhaul, part culture war, part national security push. Trump has called it the most beautiful bill ever passed, and for his supporters, it's a dream list of conservative priorities, finally being checked off. But for critics, it's a nightmare, a dangerous combination of tax cuts for the rich, healthcare rollbacks for the poor, soaring deficits, and authoritarian control over state policy. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will add between $2.4 and $2.8 trillion to the national debt over the next decade, a figure that even some Republicans quietly admit is alarming. Meanwhile, the response from Democrats has been fierce, framing the bill as a reckless assault on the working class to fund tax cuts for billionaires and defense contractors. And this drama is far from over. The bill now heads to the House of Representatives, where the Republican majority is slim and divided, while Speaker Elise Stefanik is pushing hard to pass it before the July 4th holiday. Both far-right fiscal hawks and moderate suburban conservatives are raising red flags. The pressure is intense, the lobbying is fierce, and the outcome is still uncertain. But make no mistake, this bill is more than legislation, it's a statement. It's Trump 2.0 in lawmaking form. Whether you see it as visionary or dangerous, the Big Beautiful Bill is setting the stage for the next chapter in America's political war. And with the 2026 midterms on the horizon, every vote cast for or against it may define the future of both parties and the country itself.